here tonight. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder control the tap. Westbrook to George. Cashes in for two.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Jamal Murray against the former MVP to Jokic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Thunder with the basketball. George to Westbrook. George, defended by Nick Young. Paul George, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Screen coming. Jamal Murray, off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Paul George to Westbrook. The drive, right to the basket, all by himself. Creates his own shot there. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Westbrook into the front court. Leads 4. George to Adams. And that's blocked by Harris.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Denver ball right now. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Westbrook with the basketball. Leads a bucket. To Paul George. Westbrook. His first effort off the mark. Murray with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Count it.
Great job without hesitation.
Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Ferguson to Westbrook. Down low Adams. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 21, Andre Roberson.
Harris, defended by Steven Adams. To Jokic. Denver with 4 to shoot. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
George, defended by Nick Young. And the rebound corralled by Jokic. To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Barton, defended by Robertson. Paul George to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Nuggets have the possession. Gary Harris matched up with Patrick Patterson. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Substitution being made in this one.
Entering the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
To Will Barton. Screen coming. Barton to Jokic. Has a chance. Oh, Nikola Jokic. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
The assist from
Deep three at the buzzer. A three-pointer at the buzzer is good. They can check it all they want, but that clearly was fired in time. And it gives them the lead after 1 quarter. One quarter down. Jay, is anyone gonna miss? Defense was not good in that first quarter.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
George, pass there, taken away by Denver. It's rejected by Noel.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
No good. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Barton. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Thunder with the basketball. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And hits the first free throw.
Substitutions, Denver. Stepping in for the Thunder, number 0.
And gets both to drop at the line. Murray with it. Down 5. Harris picked up by Adams. They go to Jokic, down low. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
To the line for two.
First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Denver's got it. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. A lot of contact. No whistle. PG lets it fly. It's no good. Great defense.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him... Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Oklahoma City, number 9, Jeremy Grant.
Gary Harris against Adams. Oh, Nikola Jokic. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
George, short jumper, off the mark. Murray into the front court. Down 4. Here comes the screen. Denver with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
40-second violation, Denver.
Paul George trying to convert the extra try. Hasn't missed yet. And he hits. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 3, Nerlens Noel. Into the game for Denver, number 6, Nick Young.
Down to 5 on the 24. From the outside, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Jamal Murray, guarded by Robertson. Knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. It remains Nuggets basketball. Has a look. The shot by Murray, no good. A pass stolen by the Nuggets. Down low, Jokic. The shot turned away by Adams.
Just incredible time. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Jokic trying to cash in, and he drains it.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Here comes the screen. Deep three at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. Thunder with the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The Thunder lit up the scoreboard and their opponents with an offensive onslaught. The way they play here today makes me think it's not going to stop in the upcoming half. I'm very impressed by their offense, and even better, their team chemistry. Have a look at the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Nuggets are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Paul George has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's Denver's ball. Jamal Murray. Second effort. There it is. Nikola Jokic with the putback slam.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
George, defended by Nick Young. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Murray into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Knocked loose. And the rebound taken in by George. Westbrook with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To George. Picked up by the Nuggets. Nick Young, tough matchup against George. Nuggets able to recover. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Paul George to Westbrook. George couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Murray with the basketball. His guys down 3.
I told you the screen was coming.
Nothing going here on that drive. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Russ at the controls. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook against Nick Young. George to the basket, but it won't go. And the basket good at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys now trailing by a point. To George. Westbrook to Adams. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Murray with it. His guys now down by a point. Jokic. Runner here, won't go. Here's Schroeder with it. He'll run the offense. To Paul George. Nuggets have the possession. And finishes strong.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
City, number 54, Patrick Patterson.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Barton. Jamal Murray picked up by Schroeder. Scores from the post.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Down 3. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Nuggets with the basketball. Gets a look. Can't hit. To George. Screen coming. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Paul George. It's a big finish. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Rebound reeled in by the Nuggets. Now a step back. Desperation shot here from half court. 3 quarters down. We have a tie ball game. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and they watch their halftime lead completely vanish in the third quarter. What happened?
In the next team huddle, you let them know it's okay. This is a game of ebbs and flows. We need to find a way to regain our energy and get our way back in this ballgame.
Murray into the front court. All even here in the fourth. And it's George with the block shot. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Oklahoma City ball. It's Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Barton against George. The shot clock expires. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Entering the game for the Thunder, number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder to Westbrook. Goes to the right side. Schroeder to Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Harris matched up with Steven Adams. To Nick Young. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Ferguson down low for Aldridge. Can't connect. And the rebound comes down to Harris. Thunder have it. To Schroeder. Doesn't get the bounce. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Jeremy Grant. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip.
Subbing in for Oklahoma City, number 21, Andre Roberson.
Gary Harris, guarded by Russell Westbrook. To Jokic. Nothing going here on that drive.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
And the rebound comes to OKC. Westbrook into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Driving right to the basket. Ferguson to Westbrook. Shot denied by Jokic.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Trey Lyles at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. First one goes down.
Stepping in for the Thunder, number 13, Paul.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Westbrook with the basketball. Leads 3. George. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Harris picked up by Westbrook. To Jokic. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 for 7.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Nick Young against Westbrook. Paul George, good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Steven Adams with the slam. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence.
Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Nick Young picked up by Noel. To Will Barton. Jokic, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And hits the first free throw.
See, you've been working on your game.
Goes 2 for 2. Nick Young, defended by Steven Adams. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Nick Young with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Count that one and a 4-point trip. Pass there taken away by Denver. Have to be careful inbounding the basketball, but good anticipation by the defense. Now they get the intentional foul, and this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Able to convert on both free throws.
I get up right back, too.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder took this down to the wire before getting the win. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The Nuggets must be devastated after such a close loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Paul George could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Every Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.